to the Oscar Realtor Show, number 22. For those of you watching,
This is
I
Aggie.
am Aggie, the broker of Castlegate Realty.
And I'm Christina, associate broker.
Of Castlegate Realty.
Well, of course.
Of course.
This is where we're at.
I realized this morning when I was thinking that our videos, people could be watching across the country or the world.
Of
so
course.
we are in Pennsylvania, and the year is 2018. The topic today is
FHA appraisal.
FHA appraisals. And what's the difference? Christina, do you want to start?
Yeah, so what I have is, what is the difference between an inspection and an appraisal? So pretty much the basic difference is the inspection is for the buyer's information. They're going to do a full sweep of the house top to bottom and just give you a full report on everything they see professionally. And the appraisal is the estimate of the current market value. The bank is hiring them to pretty much double check the purchase price. That's pretty much the main difference.
And we start with that because an FHA appraisal is sort of like in the middle of that. Because an FHA appraiser, a normal appraiser, not that FHA appraisers are abnormal, but a regular appraiser is just there to figure out the value. An FHA appraiser is going to figure out the value, but they're also going to look for minimal, usually safety standards and condition of the house. So some buyers think, well, if the FHA appraiser is going to look for that, then I don't have to get an inspection. And no, we always say get an inspection even if you're getting an FHA appraisal. An FHA appraisal, to state the obvious, is for buyers who are using an FHA loan. That's when an FHA appraisal will come in.
So the things that affect the market value, right? That's what that's referring to? Square footage of the home, the type of the property,
No, this
right?
is the cost of appraisal.
Oh, I thought it was for the market value.
No, this is, we cheated this week and we printed out some cheater things.
Well, it's factual information. It's
Oh, it is,
fantastic.
absolutely. Is that still number one?
Yeah.
So they're talking about FHA who pays for the FHA appraisal and how much are they? That's me.
Oh, I put the wrong thing
I'll
on there.
take that.
See, there you
That's
go.
my fault.
There's yours.
So the buyer pays for the appraisal. That's for any appraisal, whether it's FHA or VA or just standard. And they'll have to pay for that before the appraisal usually. The cost is normally between $300 and $500. And this particular printout that we found lists factors that affect the cost of an FHA appraisal. So there's not a standard cost for it. Square footage of the home, so if it's an extra large house, you're going to have an extra large
They're
bill.
going to upcharge.
Location, how much land is included. Homes with extensive damage or repair, sounds like you're going to pay a little bit more for that appraisal. And then of course the individual or company doing the appraisal. So that was number 2. Are you up for number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go.
So, and go. The minimum property standards. So this is actually based on last year.
Well, I think this year we're using, because I Googled, this is for 2018.
Yeah, it says updated.
So
they're up. So then that was falling
they
into that. So,
made the decision, and yeah, good.
so it sounded like you just talked about that. The meeting the health and safety standards. They check for various health and safety items as well as quality construction items.
And there's the list. I think we should mention that list. What do you think?
Sure. So the appraisal checklist must be a complete marketable property.
Don't know what that means. Let's skip that one.
Adequate heating system. Yeah, marketable property. I mean, the only thing I could think of is like it's.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
guess. Yeah.
Adequate heating system, clear of any lead-based paints. Okay. No exposed wiring.
Oh, I know why you looked at me.
Uh-huh.
Because if there is lead-based paint on an FHA appraisal, they ask you to scrape and paint over it. So it doesn't mean that there's not any lead-based paint. It just means that it's cleared and covered and painted, right?
Mhm.
Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I've ran into problems in the past where if it was chipping, they
Right,
make you scrape the chipping.
right. But it
and
doesn't,
then
but
seal
they
it.
didn't
But this
actually
just
say that.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did we get this?
No, well, clear lead-based paint is fine. No exposed wiring, that's understandable. Full exterior walls are undamaged. I mean, no hazards, safety hazards. I think a big one sometimes becoming, what is like a handrail, right?
Handrails.
Handrails for 3 steps or more. Proper drainage. Roof is a big one. They, I don't want to say that it has to have so much life on it, but it does have to have life left on it. Public access to the home, which I think was covered under the or the handrails. Drinking water. Some appraisals they require to have a water test. Crawl space and the ventilation, so the moisture smell in there, and then gas, water, sewage, and electric utilities available, or must be working.
Right.
Yeah,
What
those
number
are
was that?
definitely-
3?
That's 3.
And a little caveat, it may vary a little bit from inspection to inspection based on the appraiser. Some appraisers really do the fine-tooth comb, and some, I think, wear sunglasses. Is that a nice way to say it?
I always tell people, I'm like, it's appraisers, they have a guide, and then it's basically on what they choose to scrutinize, like what, because I know some people in some areas have issues with certain things over other people's in other areas. As long as they follow the guide, it's hard to figure out what they're going to pinpoint on a house.
It's true.
You can't predict what they're going to say. But we love them, and we have to, they're there for a reason. They protect the loan.
Do you have the one of new things that they look for? Yes.
Ooh, new things.
Ooh, I know.
Exciting. I love the arrows. Thank you very much.
So
Directing. It's here. It's here. Yes. I love it. Eye-catching. It should have been yellow. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so they're now required to ensure all appliances are operational, which
I'm sure they're thrilled about that.
that's a double thing, because the home inspector will do that too. They turn everything on, so you're getting a double.
As long as you get the home inspection.
Buyers are covered. Full access to the attic space if available to do so. Check the water heater functionality.
But we just ran into, yes.
Yeah. Inspection portion is not referred to as an observation.
That's
I don't know that.
appraisal talk.
Yeah, exactly.
There's your 2 years, see?
Our roof that needs to be replaced within 2 years must be reported. Okay, so 2 years is good. I thought it was at least 3 years, so that's
See that?
good to know. See, we learned something.
The rest is appraiser stuff.
Yeah, it's a different area when you go about Arizona.
Unless you're watching in Arizona.
Yeah, right. Oh, airport zone. Excuse me, not Arizona.
Difference between a VA and an FHA appraisal. A VA appraisal will use an FHA appraiser, similar standards.
The same pool. Yeah, they get it from the same.
Right.
Guys.
We did learn today that the VA appraisers use different adjustment values, and the time it takes to get the appraisal done. An FHA appraisal needs to get it done between 2 and 7 days, and a VA, which stands for administration, go again, can do it up to 10 days. So that's important. One thing we didn't do cards on, but is important. So the process is the FHA appraiser might come out and say, okay, it appraised at value, but you need to scrape some windowsills and repaint them because there's peeling paint that might be lead-based paint. You have to install a handrail. When that happens, then there's a time period in the agreement of sale where the buyers and sellers can negotiate who's going to do those repairs. It is fairly common for a seller to say, hey, you pick that kind of loan, you, Mr. Buyer, pick that kind of loan, you do the repairs. I'll give you access to the house. So that's a common, but that can be negotiated.
Sometimes I think sellers are more apt to be doing something from the request of the appraisal than they are from the inspection, because they know that, oh, this is going to get the loan to go, so maybe I should do stuff. So you got, checks and balances on both sides, I think. But
that's why your input is so important, Christina.
Ditto.
So in case you all haven't noticed, Miss Courtney is not here today. She's not feeling better. Diana couldn't make. Look at the empty chairs.
That's okay.
But we have good news. We have new toys.
Oh yeah, merch. Merch.
We have magnets
Yeah.
and stickers. And if anyone wants to do a review for us on Google or Facebook or Zillow or anyway, if you do a review for us, Google's probably the easiest. For Google, you Google Castlegate Realty, and then you click write a review on the right side of the screen. You don't even have to put words, you can just put stars, but you can put words if you've...
Oh, Facebook's probably the next easiest one, because while
Since
you're
they're
watching the live video,
yes.
you can scroll to the top of the page and hit review this business.
Yes.
So that's the next best thing.
We like reviews,
Yeah.
and if you review us, you get
A magnet.
or a sticker, or both,
Or both, yeah.
if it's a good review. That was it. We covered a lot, right?
Yes.
If you have any questions about FHA appraisals, feel free to call any of our agents,
Mm-hmm.
and we will happily help you.
Mm-hmm. Discounts to emergency or first responders, right? For
Oh,
selling.
commercial, do it. It's that one. Yeah.
Discounts on reduced commissions for military, active military, or retired military, first responders, pastors. I gotta like get that down in my head so I can remember. Police officers, firefighters.
If you're helping somebody, you call us, we'll give you a break.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right.
The helping community. All right.
Thank you. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine.